You know what they never told you in those history books? That Africa didn't just survive. We held the world's first library while others were still learning to write. We performed the first surgery while others believed sickness was a curse from the gods. And we built kingdoms so magnificent, so wealthy, that when their kings traveled, they gave away gold like it was sand. But somewhere, we forgot. Come. Sit close. Let me tell you about the Baobab tree and the secret it whispers when the wind blows just right. You see that Baobab outside? The one that has stood there since before your father's father's father was born? They call it the Tree of Life. But do you know why? Long, long ago, when the earth was still learning its shape, there was a young village, not so different from ours. And in that village, there lived a girl named Amara. Amara was curious, always asking questions that made the elders smile and shake their heads. Why does the sun rise? Where do the stars go? What makes the river sing? One dry season, the rains refused to come. The crops turned brown and brittle. The river became a whisper of what it once was. The people grew hungry, then angry, then they began to forget who they were. They pointed fingers. It's your family's fault. No, it's your clan that angered the ancestors. The village that once shared everything began to break apart like dried clay. But young Amara, she refused to accept this. While everyone argued, she walked to the ancient Baobab at the edge of the village. Its trunk was so wide, 20 people holding hands couldn't circle it. Its roots ran so deep, they touched the underground rivers. She pressed her small hands against its trunk and whispered, "Great tree, how do you survive when everything else is dying?" And the Baobab, it answered. Not with words, no. But Amara felt something, a pulse beneath the bark. She looked up and saw how the Baobab's branches spread in every direction, how each branch supported the others, how the tree stored water not just for itself but gave shelter to birds, homes to bees, fruit to the hungry. She understood. The Baobab survived because it never stood alone. It gave, it shared, it remembered its purpose even in the hardest seasons. Amara ran back to the village. She gathered the children first, because children still had soft hearts. She said, "We are like the Baobab. When we stand together, when each of us gives what we have, when we remember we share the same roots, we cannot fall." The children convinced their parents. The families convinced the elders. And slowly, they remembered. One family shared the little grain they had hidden. Another shared their seeds. The blacksmith shared his tools. The storyteller shared hope. And piece by piece, person by person, they wove themselves back together, stronger than before. And you know what happened? The very next morning, as if the ancestors themselves were watching, the rains came. Not because of magic, but because unity has its own power. When people come together with purpose, even the heavens take notice. Now listen to me carefully, my children. You think this is just a story about Amara and some old village? No, no, no. You are Amara. Each one of you sitting here. This village? It's our continent. Our Africa. We have forgotten our own story. We've let others tell us who we are, what we're worth, what we can become. We've started pointing fingers at each other, tribe against tribe, country against country, while our Baobab stands here saying, "Remember. Remember who you are."